To be born again requires effort. From above and from below. Only in the rebirth can you know the fullness of your mission. You who would be candidates for the Ascension, you who would be received at Luxor, I commend you unto the rebirth. And I come in this cycle of origins, in the origin of the new year, and the new yearning in the hearts of angels, elementals, and children for a new life. I come in a moment when the door is ajar, the door of cosmos whereby I can slip in the ray of purity and intensify that ray in mater. We who are the ascended masters know that there are propitious moments for cosmic events. We watch the cosmic clock. Can you do any less? You who have the gift of the clock of the mother, and yet ignore your cycles. You have no one to blame but yourself for your failure to be the Christ in time and in space, according to the release of the energies of the white fire core, the sun behind the sun in the center of Terra. All of life is governed by cycles. The cycle of the rebirth is the originating cycle of the Ascension. The old man must be put off with his deeds and the new man be put on, so that you can begin to carve a spiral on your own sundial beneath your feet. The carving of the spiral is like the jeweler taking gold and molding it according to a fine, rising spiral of 1,001 turns. The spiral's rising as an electrode of God's energy from the sun above, from the sun below. I expect that Chelas who are in earnest concerning the Ascension in this life should be diligent in determining the cycles of the days and the hours, the weeks and the months. For the momentums of planetary karma and personal karma must be dealt with as you wield the sword of sacred fire, as you wield the ruby ray and the light of hierarchy through Astrea and purity, as you wield the elements that you have been given according to the formulas of the masters. You become alchemists in the 4 planes of mater, carving away that substance, clearing successively the mists of misqualification, and as they are cleared, you see how life becomes enriched with purity, how color and form and life becomes crystallized, and crystallized according to the inner blueprint. Right where you are, you can live in the etheric consciousness, which is more tangible, more real, more fiery than the physical manifestation. And you can begin to perceive the scenes behind the scene where you live. And then you will see past, present, and future. You will see what must be purified by sacred fire and what must be crystallized by sacred fire. There is no need to be blind until the moment of your ascension, Would you not enjoy a little mastery here below, instead of pain and travail and sorrow, and mistakes and undoing mistakes, and continually redoing that which should be done once and be done well? Well, you can have your mastery if you will accept the rebirth, and if you will accept your responsibility to pursue the ascension with all your heart. Let us not take self-indulgence into the new year. Let us not take flabbiness of mind. Let us not take the weak-willed consciousness of the former self. Those who are flabby, unable to decide, unable to know who they are, what they are, or where they are, unable to determine their uses of energy, how can they be instruments of the ascended masters? After all, if you cannot count upon yourselves, how can we be expected to place our trust in you or in your endeavor? You must be able to know that you can stand unmoved, and with God deliberation determine to clear those energies of misqualified substance from a cosmos, if necessary, in order to walk in God control, God will with God determination. If there is one erg of energy 1,000,000 miles away that is inflicting itself upon your aura and causing you to be depressed or morbid, or without self-possession, then I say challenge it in the name of the Christ, in the name of Serapis, and by the authority of the sword of the sacred fire. And stand where you are with victory and say to that substance, how dare you stand in my way? I am an ascending one. Go back into the white fire core of the sacred fire and be consumed. I am here, and I am here to stand until the hour of my victory. And no thing above or below, no thing within or without, no manifestation in this cosmos will stand between me and my God. Have the courage to summon the will and to make the fiat. Have the courage to put down once and for all that human substance that continually encroaches upon the crystal stream of life, that substance of stagnant water that seeps to the surface to pollute the flow of mother and the flow of father within you. I am Serapis. I have known the scenes of earth. I have known setbacks, and I have known the strengthening whereby every loss has become an impetus for gain, has become the pulling back of the slingshot. For that certain release of fire within, therefore let it be this day that the drawing back of the energies of life as into the fiery core is for the cosmic thrust that is the explosion in mater of the mother ray that will not be turned back, that will be the summit of life unto all. Let the lighthouse be built upon the summit of the mountain. Let it be a beacon to all mankind. Let the light turn 360 degrees, 24 hours a day. Let the beacon go forth as a sign in the sky that Jesus the Christ is come, that the Chohans are come, that Mary is come, that the children of the One know who they are and have accepted the rebirth. Let the elementals accompany you on the way. Let them frolic and play. Let the children come trooping. Let them be a part of this procession of life waves moving to the sun. I am Serapis. I see the need for disciplined ones, and I see the futility of superimposing discipline upon the unwilling consciousness. Only love can draw forth from within your being the necessary components to your ascension. You cannot love yourself more than God, more than the masters, more than life, more than the messengers, more than the cause itself. The cause is everything. The cause is the canopy of love that enfolds life above and below. When you fail your tests, it is because you do not love enough, because deep within the subconscious you have reserved that self-love that will always indulge itself at the price of the cause. Those who come to Los Angeles must be those who have accepted the rebirth. Those who come must be the golden ones of white firelight, who come in their robes of white and their golden sandals, who come with the saints, who loved not their lives unto the death. Remember, I have warned you. Remember, I have told you. You can make your ascension in this life. There is no one in heaven or earth that can stop you. No, not one, except yourself. You are your only enemy, your sole enemy, and therefore you need not battle all the supposed enemies without, but draw forth the sword of living flame and slay the not-self, slay the dweller on the threshold, and come because you love the cause more than life itself. Earth is in the moment of transition, where every moment and every hour and every day the balance of factors are weighed, balances of light and darkness. And so I come with the promise of discipline to those who invoke it. Do you not have the dream of the crystal chalice sparkling in the light of the I Am presence? Do you not have the dream of the instrument made perfect by love, responsive instantaneously to the rays of God, to the mind of Saint Germain, instantaneously releasing healing? Do you not see yourself as this crystal chalice? Well, I tell you this. I see you as the crystal chalice. I see you marching with the armies of heaven. I see you with your 4 lower bodies, immortally useful to the Divine Mother, ready to let flow the magnificence of the great central sun magnet. It is just as easy to be the crystal cup as it is to be the clay vessel. You see, accepting the rebirth, accepting the communion of the Holy Spirit, you can use the same energy and less to be perfect as you would use to be imperfect. Do not be dismayed at the requirement of the law for perfection. Perfection is the requirement of the Lord Christ, who said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect." Perfection is a tangible reality here and now. I think that those who think they cannot be perfect imagine that perfection is a straitjacket or a sterile quality, lacking any verve or energy or joy or spontaneity. Nay, perfection is the flowering of the lilies, of the gentle violets. Perfection is a smile upon a face. God does not measure perfection by human standards, After all, how can the human have a standard of perfection? God measures the motive in the heart, the love in the heart, and that which mankind criticize, God ennobles as perfection. God is not concerned whether or not the drawing of the little child is letter perfect according to the great artists of the times. God is concerned that the little hand has drawn a flower as the little heart has seen the flower. And unto God this is a perfect offering, and need not be transformed, but only sustained in the white fire core. Let the children execute the grand designs which they see within. Let them be called as a project in school. To draw the elementals, to meditate on the chart of the presence, and then to set forth what they are impressed with. And you will begin to see scenes from the etheric planes in their drawings, and you will see that these little ones are far wiser in their discernment than you will ever imagine. Therefore, count perfection as a noble effort, as working the works of God, the best you know how, and striving for the better, and making that better again a new level of perfection that is your best. God is a God that transcends himself perpetually. Shall we say that yesterday's God was imperfect because today's God has transcended that state? Shall we say that man and woman are God today, but not yesterday? He is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and the sameness does not imply stagnation or sterility, but an eternally unfolding golden spiral of energy, increasing God consciousness within your heart. Be all light, I say. Be all the light you can know, all the light that can glow here below within your chakras, and receive the reward daily of the divine approbation. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. God can be pleased today. You need not postpone pleasing him, for God is pleased with all that you are, when all that you are is the purity of love. This, then, is the requirement of perfection. This is how you are measured. And you should know this because the angels of record, who record your words and deeds, your thrusts of feeling and energy from your chakras, they have several columns in the book of ledger in which they write the recordings. And these columns are listed as motive, as act, as energy intensity that is marked by a certain degree of positive or negative charge. And they fill in with dexterity the reading which they take, and that reading is read in their chakras, in their centers of God awareness. And these centers are endowed with clocks, as it were, that measure as meters of energy all that you are and all that you do. And so when you take the total of all of the qualities that are measured, then there is a final tallying at the end of the line to see what it is that the expression has brought forth. And there is a measuring for each of the 7 rays which contribute to every effort and every endeavor and every work of your hands and your heart. And so you see that Ascension's flame and Ascension's fire is the ray to be pursued, for out of the white light comes forth the mastery of the 7 rays of God. Now I am releasing that inner God desire from the very fiery core of your heart flame to be perfection and to be purity, to be the clarity of life to all mankind. I desire that the intensity of my flame shall be a magnet, shall leap from heart to heart, that mankind, even without the outer awareness of the ascended masters, will feel the pull of the ascension, the pull of perfection, and of the goal of self-discipline. Let this be marshaled within the students of the world, and let it come forth. Because you are focusing perfection where you are with diligence. Perfection is measured according to the cosmic clock and the cycles thereof. Turn over a new leaf. Turn the leaf in the book of life, and let the clean white page be marked by your own cosmic clock and the science of your own karmic cycles, and then apply and see how you can clear your lines, how you can clear them swiftly and be free, to have a crystal chalice on every line of your cosmic clock, waiting to receive the gentle drops of light, the rain of the spirit that comes from the hierarchies of the sun. And let your house, circular, the temple of your being, be the place where souls can come and drink successively at each of the fountains of the 12 hierarchies which fill the chalices. Let these 12 fountains in a circle form the protection of souls, and invite the souls of life into the temple, into your heart's chakra, where there is this cathedral of the heart. And those who are the poor in spirit, drinking thereof, shall never thirst again, for these waters are enlightenment and the flow of love and mastery, and they are contact that is permanent with the central atom of being. Come unto me, all ye who labor. Come unto me, all ye who are burdened. Come unto me and drink of the waters of life which I give freely. These waters are the life of the soul, and these waters transmute that burden into light. See how your house can be a place of rest for the weary traveler. See how your home of light can be a replica of the home of the mother. Welcome the children of God into the place you have consecrated within and without. Receive them and give them the nourishment of the teaching. Impart the teaching, and all will go well. Impart the fire of freedom, and all will go well. Impart love and truth and righteousness and good example and self-discipline. Impart the flame, and be a flame forevermore. I call you to Luxor. I call you to take your entrance exams. For we are receiving students for a course that will endure throughout this year, a course on the Ascension. Come then and see if you can qualify to enter this class of Ascension's candidates. I ask you all to apply, for when you take the entrance exam, whether you pass or not, you will know, because you will have an interview with one of our instructors, why you passed or why you did not pass. And therefore you will know how to make up the difference for the next cycle when you can take the exam again. And if you passed, you will see why, and you will see what areas of your being require further enhancement and development. And so our entrance exam is like an achievement test, more for you than for us, for we see the aura. But we give the opportunity for the soul, seated at the desk, taking the exam, to summon the light of the Christ and the I Am presence, and to complete that exam with greater light than even that which has been contained within the 4 lower bodies. And therefore the measure of the soul is never tallied until the test is given. Hierarchy is organized. The retreats of the Great White Brotherhood are organized. And if you could see all that heaven holds in store for you, you would be swift and take the wings of the eagles to fly into our retreats in the highest crannies of the mountains. You would come. You would run from your earthly involvements. You would not tarry in terror. You would rise and rise and rise on the fountain of light within. And then you would bring forth fruits of innovation, creativity, newness, ideas, blueprints. Oh, so many wonders that the children of mankind are waiting to know and to hear about. I come with hope, the Archaea. I come with Gabriel, I come with Astrea and purity. I come with the hosts of the Lord who bid you welcome to your ascension. Make it your goal today. Do not think it is so far away, that it is not an urgent goal, one that requires all of your striving and all of your love. I bid you then this day to walk among the mighty seraphim who have come to consecrate this New Year's Eve and to sustain the action of light within you. Meditate on purity and purity in your goals. Meditate on what counts, what is most important. Well, the obvious is most important. The obvious is always self-discipline. I am Serapis. And wherever I am, discipline is most important. And I give that discipline to all of the chelas of the masters, and then I give the chelas back to their masters so that they can continue the uses of the 7 rays. See then that we are the ones preparing the armed forces of the etheric plane. We give the basic training to all branches of service. We give the fire of the discipline of life. Take it then, take it into the new year, and make this a year of light. Make this a year of light, as you have never had a year of light before. And isn't this the marvel of cosmos, that no matter what you do, the future is wide open as opportunity to do it better, to increase perfection, to increase the cosmic cube, to increase the cosmic sphere, to live in an expanding cosmic consciousness. And this is the challenge of initiation, that every day and every hour you can excel. You can excel. You can excel. This is the excellence of Ascension's flame. Go forth and excel, brothers and sisters of sacred fire. I am Serapis always.